Yeah. Fired up. This one's for the drivers.
Out in the shop, late night lights, grease on our hands, chasing lap times. Every turn, every line we find, trying to build that edge you feel when you drive. From the blacktop tracks to the dirt out back, we've been putting in work, yeah, we live like that. Not just fast for a lap, we make it last. So when it counts, you're gone on the gas. We don't gas, we know what it takes. Every set of bill from the ground we break. If you want that feel when the car locks in, you're in the right place. Let's go in. Yeah, we built for the win. Hammer down, let it ride, do it all again. From the green flag flying to the checkered drop, we're the reason you're leading Tier 1 setup shop. Tier 1, take it straight to the front. League nights, open runs, we're the ones you want. Dialed in speed, yeah, we don't miss shots. If you wanna win races, Tier 1 setup shop. Got weekly sets ready to roll. Quality trim sharp, race pace control. Builders in the lab, yeah, they stay on it. Every tweak, every change, we gain on it. Need a custom fit, yeah, we do that too. Built to match your style, what you like to do. And it ain't just speed, it's a team right here. We ride together every lap, every gear. Yeah, we test, we tone, we put in the miles. Turn bad weeks into victory smiles. From rookies to pros, we're all about growth. Now fire that motor, let's get to the front. Yeah, we built for the win. Hammer down, let it ride, do it all again. From the green flag flying to the checkered drop, we're the reason you're leading Tier 1 setup shop. Tier 1, yeah, you know the name. When the pressure's on, we bring the game. From the shop to the track, yeah, we don't stop. If you wanna win races, Tier 1 setup shop. Tier 1. Till we build, till we build, till we build, Tier 1 setup shop.
Looking to take your racing to the next level? You need speed and you need style. At Tier 1 Setup Shop, we'll help you hit the track with total confidence. We provide race-winning setups for all three eNASCAR series, Cup, Xfinity, and trucks, plus a huge variety of asphalt oval cars. We've also brought that performance to the dirt. Winged and non-winged sprint cars, micro sprints, dirt midgets, all built by racers who know how to win. And now, get the perfect look. We offer professional wraps and graphics with Tier 1 wraps. Multiple feature artists make it easy to find a design to fit your exact needs and budget. Get what you need when you need it with individual setup purchases, or get full weekly access with a Tier 1 subscription. Tier 1 Setup Shop. You're more than a customer, you're part of the team.
This isn't just another sim race, this isn't just another online league, and this isn't just another trophy on a shelf. This is the Charity Cup Series.
Drivers choose the charity. Talent chooses the winner. The culture is strong, but the competition is stronger. Most events focus on just one cause, not here. Each driver selects a charity to race for, leaving dozens of causes in contention as drivers fight for a place in the top 5.
Think you've got what it takes to join the Charity Cup Series? Find a cause you believe in and buckle up. This is more than your everyday sim racing experience. This is the Charity Cup Series.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Tier 1 Studios. My name's Pat Wilkinson, up in the booth. Joining me tonight are the voices inside my head alongside my good friends, myself and I, as we rejoin the Wild West Racing League at a very incredibly foggy Michigan Raceway here in Brooklyn, Michigan, with the Wild West Racing League Gen4 Cup Series. Got a solid field out here tonight. Currently 10 cars in the session. Brandon Harris, the fastest car on track in the number 33. Around this 2-mile, 1,018 feet above sea level, 55-mile-an-hour pit road speed limit racetrack. 65 degrees in the air, 72 on the track itself. 30-mile-an-hour wind from the north with a dry surface. Brandon Harris doing the best he can to run a good few laps out here tonight. Currently with a 37.79. Ty Sykes in second with a 37.8. 37.93 for Dakota Henderson. Peyton Burkett down pit road with a 37.94. Scott Rush also with a 37.94. This is our view of the backstretch. We're going to have to do the best we can to get good looks at everybody out here tonight. Cars streaking out of the fog out here tonight. 04 Scott Rush running down Brandon Harris in the 33. Mike Presley currently in 6th. John Statkos down in 7th with the 38.25. Derek Holochak down pit road with the 42nd. Brenton Coleman with the 42nd lap. Holochak with a 38.4. Coleman with a 37.92. Michael Loveless yet to set a time out here tonight. A lot of good race cars ready to get racing out here tonight with the Wild West Racing League, brought to you in part by WYO Outlaw Custom Diecast, the Stand for Wit Foundation, Redline Radio, and Raiders Wasteland. Sorry. The premier DayZ experience on Xbox, veteran owned and operated. Raiders Wasteland offering something for every gamer looking to survive the zombie apocalypse weekly events for PvE and PvP players and, different maps for all to enjoy. Join the Discord today at Raider PvE, RAIDER PvE. This broadcast is also brought to you in part by Rock Bottom Racing, Tier 1 Wraps, Tier 1 Setup Shops, and Tier 1 Studios here on YouTube. We hope you're all enjoying the broadcast out here tonight. Definitely going to be a bit of an interesting one, as we have 10 guys ready to go racing in complete fog-out conditions. Do the best we can to make the broadcast as fun and lighthearted as we can for you. Michael Loveless just leaving pit road now, with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in practice. '68 winding it up on the bottom of the racetrack through turns 1 and 2. You can't even see the end of pit road's cone on the bottom of the racetrack. Through turns 3 and 4, sliding up a little bit to the high side and back through the tri-oval. '68 through turns 1 and 2 on a flyer of a lap, currently down in 10th, trying to set a good time out here tonight. Down into turns 3 and 4 we go, really trying to keep that pressure going. Off of turn 4, right up to the wall, staying about a lane and a half down off the wall, cross the start-finish line. Just under a minute to go. Only good enough for 9th. 38.631 out here tonight at Michigan Raceway. Once again, an all Chevrolet-dominated field out here tonight. '68 Loveless back through turns 3 and 4 we go, trying to improve that time. Back through the tri-oval, past the restart zone, all the way down to the apron. Across the start-finish line, Michael Loveless. Good enough for 8th. 38.386 now for the 68 of Michael Loveless. Practice coming to a close out here tonight. We head on over. Oh, excuse me. As we head on over into qualifying out here tonight. Going to be a great night of racing in the fog here at Michigan Raceway. Let's take a look at who goes onto the racetrack first. Brandon Harris, fastest car in practice. Let's go on to Gyrocam, get a little bit of onboard action with Brandon as we get rolling out here tonight with the Wild West Racing League. Harris down to the bottom of turns 3 and 4, really trying to keep that momentum rolling. Set up nice and fast and get a good lap. Ready to go out here tonight. Through the restart zone we go. Green flag, green flag, green flag for Brandon Harris. His first qualifying lap all the way up to 9,800 RPM. Slowing it down, trying to just coast it through turns 1 and 2. On the throttle once again, halfway through turns 1 and 2. Right up against the wall and hitting the wall. Gonna keep on going, use that lap and that momentum to just keep on rolling out here tonight. Down the backstretch we go into turns 3 and 4. Everybody else also just joining in to get racing. Back into the restart zone and across the start-finish line. This lap will not count for Brandon Harris. But we are gonna do the best we can to see if he can set a flying time out here tonight. Running the midline. I was running in the 1987 league a few nights ago, and he's off the wall again. That's his qualifying run over, if that did count as an X. Yep, he is slowing down. That is his qualifying run over. John Stakos. Nope, Mike Presley, the first car across the start-finish line. Ty Sykes now up to the pole. 37.969 for Ty Sykes. Mike Presley off of turn 2 and onto the backstretch. We go. Number 0, WIO Outlaw Custom Diecast, running a hell of a lap out here tonight. Back through turns 3 and 4 and across the start-finish line we go. Mike Presley up to second out here tonight. Ty Sykes still holding first and improving. Ty Sykes to 37.753. Michael Loveless up to second now. 37.837. Holachak up to third. 37.896. Brighton Coleman down in fifth. Burkett beating him out. 38.278. Coleman with a 38.35. Henderson up to sixth. Stakos holding fifth, 38.134. Henderson, the 38.205. Out here tonight, waiting on myself to just do that. Scott Rush and Brandon. Well, Scott Rush needs to set a time. Brandon Harris. Henderson back through 3 and 4, keeping the throttle down out here tonight. Good enough for fourth for Henderson. One heck of a lap right on the wire there. Scott Rush not qualifying out here tonight so far. At this beautiful 2-mile tri-oval. Waiting on qualifying to come to a close out here tonight with the Wild West Racing League. Join us down in the description down below. We do have links to both Tier 1 Setup Shop and to the Wild West Racing League, so you can all come on down and join us for some fantastic racing action here on Tier 1 Studios and on iRacing. As we head into the race, 60 laps of green flag action out here tonight. With the Wild West Racing League, Ty Sykes, John Stackos, Michael Loveless, Dakota Henderson, Derek Holochak, Peyton Burkett, Mike Presley, Brighton Coleman, Brandon Harris, and Scott Rush down in 10th. Waiting on everybody to join up into the session so we can get underway out here tonight. Waiting on, I believe, Brighton Coleman to join up. Michael Loveless just joining now. Henderson also in the session. Coleman is in, so we are waiting on... There we go. Still waiting on at least one or two more cars. $30 left to go. It's not sure if somebody's having a radio issue. There we go. Holochak entering pit road last as we were ready to go racing now. Just took us an extra minute to get there. Here we go. Pit road camera. Ty Sykes on the inside line on the point. John Stackos, Dakota Henderson, Michael Loveless, Derek Holochak, Peyton Burkett, Brighton Coleman, Scott Rush. Oh my god, it is so bad. Oh, and I just also realized that was still on. My apologies. We have so much fog. It's not even funny. Ty Sykes on the bottom, really trying to warm up those Goodyear Eagle tires out here tonight. The only help for us being able to see the cars right now are the headlights on the pace car. Pace car's lights are off, ready to go green flag, this time by here at Michigan Raceway. Wild West Racing League brought to you in part by WIO Outlaw Custom Diecast, the Stand for Wit Foundation, Redline Radio, and Raiders Wasteland, the premier DayZ experience on Xbox. Veteran owned and operated, Raiders Wasteland offering something for every gamer looking to survive the zombie apocalypse. Weekly events for PvE and PvP players, and different maps for all to enjoy. Join the Discord today at Raider PvE, RAIDER PvE. This broadcast is also brought to you in part by Rock Bottom Racing, Tier 1 Wraps, Tier 1 Setup Shops, and Tier 1 Studios here on YouTube. Pace car diving on down towards pit road. Rolling up. Oh, that's not what we wanted. Green flag, green flag, green flag is in the air. Starter cam, I missed it. That's fine. We are racing out here tonight in Michigan for Brighton Coleman way up to the outside early on. Trying to get some momentum going right up against the wall as we charge down into turns 1 and 2. 89 with a bold move down to the bottom of the racetrack right behind the 68. One of Sykes, 08 of Stackos. Whoa, 89 all over the racetrack here. I was about to say, that 89 looks very similar to my own race car now, because I recently got a new paint job for it. 3 wide through turns 3 and 4. 89 having some radio issues. Whoa! Right across the back bumper of the 68 of Michael Loveless. We continue on racing. Dakota Henderson up to third. 68 of Loveless, not letting him have it that easy, though. We continue charging on down into turns 1 and 2 once again. First flying lap completed. Whoa! 17 across the bumper of the 89 now as he slides across the racetrack. Mike Presley behind. Even I am struggling to see out here tonight. Brandon Harris side by side with the 0. 33 doing the best he can to make up for that poor qualifying where he accidentally wrecked his car into the wall a few times and validating his laps out here tonight. Mike Presley down to 8th at the moment. Scott Rush a little further back in the Raiders Wasteland 04. The lime green nose on that helping me actually be able to see that. Thanks, Scott. Appreciate it, buddy. For Brighton Coleman down in 10th, 33, and the 89. 33 and the 17 having a good battle here. 0, Mike Presley up the inside. 89 just up the road. 68 leading the small pack behind. Ty Sykes leading the way at the moment, as I remember to turn that back over to Gap. By over 3/4 of a second on John Stackos. Stackos about half a second up on Henderson. Henderson about half a second up on Lovelace. Lovelace starting to fall back to the 33 and the 89 off of turn 2. Beautiful field of Gen 4 Monte Carlos charging down the backstretch. 89 Dr. Phil no, that's Derek Holochak, excuse me. Continuing on out here tonight. 33 right under the wing of the 68 as we rolled off in turn 4, trying to go down to the bottom. Down to the bottom of the racetrack. Across the start-finish line and charging through the tri-oval back into turn 1. 89 starting to fall back. 68 Loveless does not seem to have the same kind of speed he does in dirty air rather than the clean air. Ty Sykes still leading the way. Start of lap 5 and 60 halfway through it now. Everybody trying to settle into the fog. Start-finish line, 5 laps completed. 55 laps to go out here tonight at Michigan. We are on board once again with Ty Sykes back in the lead of this race, having led all 5 laps so far. John Stackos behind him by about a second. Everybody trying just to keep up at the moment. Take a look at turn 3 entry. 10-car field charging down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4 we go. Ty Sykes still leading the way. Stackhouse in second. The Henderson, Harris, Holochak, Lovelace, Burkett, Presley, Rush, and Coleman. They charge back around and through. Okay, maybe not drum cam or chopper cam. Definitely not blimp cam. Apologies. Whoop, wrong button. There it is. Stackhouse in second, still about 1 full second behind Ty Sykes. Doesn't reel him in. Henderson down in third, doing the best he can. Brandon Harris up 5, most improved car on track in the Mountain Dew number 33. Continuing on down the back into turn 3 and 4 we go again. Apologies, I had to check something really quick. Was having a bit of a moment earlier when my car died halfway up the hill, less than half a mile away from my house, and it's like, no, not here, not on the 23% hill, please, not here. 68 to Lovelace. Starting to fall back a little bit further. Burkett up to 6th at the moment. Whoa! 17 to Burkett losing the wall. Scraping up against it. Big hit for the 17 as the 68 and the 0. 68 weaving on past him, giving him a good bit of aero block. 17 very loose down into turns 3 and 4. 0 of Mike Presley up the outside. 0 and the 68 running together on the high side. 68 starting to slide down the lane through the tri-oval. Mike Presley starting to lose to Peyton Burkett once again. Burkett on the inside in the General Auto number, or is that Western Auto? I can't read it. Western Auto, my apologies. Western Auto number 17. Brighton Coleman, I can't even make out what that paint job is. Apart from the fact it's got the number 4 on it. WIO Outlaw something. Number 4 of Brighton Coleman rolling through turns 3 and 4 now. Whoa, okay, that was a bit of a camera thing. Ty Sykes still leading the way down into turns 1 and 2. Stackos still about 0.8 and 0.9 of a second away. We continue on racing out here tonight. Back through turns 3 and 4. One of Sykes just peeking out of the fog now. Everyone running one heck of a race out here tonight. A lot of difference in lines. Definitely interesting to see everybody else's kind of little strategies play out overall throughout the race. Some people like running on the higher side where there's just a little bit of less grip, or well, more grip, I should say, where you can really drive it in, but you're going to shred those tires a little bit earlier, or you're going to run way down on the bottom, try and get as much overall momentum through the corner, and you might be able to conserve a little bit of tire because that's where all the rubber has been laid in over the years. These shallow bankings here at Michigan and Auto Club can lead to some pretty good racing, I gotta be honest. And I know I talk about this race all the time, but it's still the greatest achievement I have ever had in this league. The last series race I ran in the Truck Series back in Season 2, the regular season finale at Auto Club Speedway, I came second. I needed to get into first to get into the playoffs, but I came second. Slid it up through turns 1 and 2, just couldn't recover it. The guy on the outside of me just blew my doors off, and that was all she wrote. What a heck of a finish regardless, though. Ty Sykes leading 14 of 60 this time by. 1/4 of the way into this race. Stackos slowly reeling him in. Not sure if Sykes is burning up those Goodyear Eagle tires as we continue on with these Gen 4 Monte Carlos out here tonight at Michigan Raceway. 08 of John Stackos in the white Monster 08 on some very yellow rims. Henderson in third in the Hendrick Creamsicle number 5. Down the backstretch we go. Brandon Harris in the 33 Mountain Dew machine, fastest car in practice. Starting to pick up the pace. He's up in 4th at the moment, still up 5 from where he started out here tonight. Doing a great job of conserving this car and running it nice and clean. 89 of Holochak and the 68 of Loveless right there behind him. Derek Holochak in the Dr. Phil number 89. 68 Meals on Wheels Water Wheel Foundation of Michael Loveless going down to the inside through turns 1 and 2. 68 and the 89 having some good side-by-side action. 33 of Brandon Harris now in the way. 68 up to the lead ahead of Holochak. Loveless back up to 5th as we continue on down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4. 17 of Peyton Burkett with his eyes on the 89 in front. Doing the best they all can to perform out here tonight. Every point counts at this point in the season. We're starting to get towards the end. Still a good ways away, but we're pretty much at the halfway mark, if I'm not mistaken. We're just a little bit past it by now. Falling back from the 68 now. Mike Presley a little bit further behind, the 17. Almost half a second behind. 04 Scott Rush keeping up with him. little bit of extra lime green detailing, standing him out from the rest of the field out here tonight. Good to see. Brighton Coleman in the WIO number 4. And I still don't quite know what that paint job is, but he is 8 seconds behind leader. Again, sometimes that's the best strategy. Run at the tail end of the field, conserve a little bit more than everybody else, and just run the race you can. Statcos closing in on Ty Sykes within a third of a second. We continue on through turns 3 and 4 we go. Past the start-finish line and down into turn 1. Approaching 1/3 of the way through this race. 20 laps completed of 60. Next time by. One of Sykes still leading the way. Statcos still right there about a third of a second behind him. Trying to reel him in. Sykes picking up the pace once again, doing his best to run away from that number 08 behind him. Doing a good job of it. Statcos starting to fall back once again. Statcos starting to fall back. Whoop, starting to slow down. Coming on down pit road. 08 of Statcos drifting all over the place. As they enter pit road. 68 of Michael Lovelace up to the lead now. Scott Rush, 2.5 seconds behind him staying out. Brighton Coleman staying out. Holochak and Burkett both went down pit road last time by. Apologies that I missed that. Sorry, keep getting notifications about stuff. It's like I'm in the middle of something. Leave me alone. 08 of Statcos back out of pit road and right off of turn 2. Michael Lovelace and Scott Rush both heading down pit road right now. Holochak, Burkett, and Henderson all down pit road with these two. 08 of Statcos had the better pit stop. They're racing once again. Lovelace and Rush gonna need a good pit stop to get back out there on the lead lap out here tonight. Lovelace and Rush getting past right now. Holochak and Lovelace. Burkett. Holochak, Burkett, Lovelace, Rush, Henderson, Harris, Presley, and Coleman. Everybody back on the lead lap. Statcos up the lead now. 22 of 60 laps completed this time by. Zero 08 of Statcos down into turns 1 and 2. Oh, I missed everybody going through. Yeah, that's fine. Down the backstretch we fly with John Statcos and Ty Sykes. Down into turns 3 and 4 we go. A little too early. There's Statcos and Sykes, one behind the other, through turns 3 and 4. Back onto the front stretch. 08 of Statcos running one heck of a race out here tonight. Charging back into turn 1. About half a second up on Sykes. Sykes having a little bit more speed, doing the best that he can out here tonight. Statcos leading the way. Sykes in second now. Derek Holochak in third. Peyton Burkett in fourth. Let's jump on down to Burkett in the number 17 Western Auto Machine. Just off of turn 4 now. Holochak just ahead in the Harris number 89. Loveless not too far back. 5 of Henderson. Harris, Presley, and Scott Rush past the start-finish line now. 3 or 4 of Rush doing his best to keep up out here. About 2 seconds behind Mike Presley just up the road. Wow, that's foggy. Hopefully none of you guys have a nice dark night going on out here tonight, because that just blinded me as I just turned that over to that camera. Feel like Dracula. No. Zero Presley in the WIO Outlaw Custom Diecast number 0. Currently down in 8th, 1 down from where he started. Brandon Harris up 2 in 7th. Scott Rush up 1 in 9th. Bryton Coleman down 2 in 10th. Michael Loveless just up the road in the 68, trying to challenge the 17 once again. All the way on the bottom of the racetrack, sliding up a few lanes off of turn 4. Some good racing out here tonight. 17 stuck in the dirty air behind the 89. Not sure if that draft is helping or if it's just slowing cars down. 17 trying to squeeze the 68 out of the way. Doing the best he can. 3 wide through turns 1 and 2. Everybody trying to keep up some momentum at the moment. So far, a no caution race out here in the fog at Michigan Raceway with the Wild West Racing League. Leaving a solid pack behind him as he goes up to third. 0-8 of Stackhouse and the 1 of Ty Sykes still within half a second of each other. Loveless, 8.5 seconds back behind the leader. Henderson, a half second behind him. Holochak, just about a full second behind Henderson. Harris, half a second behind Holochak. Burkett hot on the heels of Harris. Presley right there as well. Scott Rush, a full second behind Presley. Bryton Coleman, 20 seconds behind the leader. Stackhouse diving down into turns 3 and 4. Off the backstretch we fly. Through turns 3 and 4. Doing the best they can to keep running these cars as hard as possible as we approach halfway completed out here tonight. Off of turn 2, down the backstretch we go again. Whoa, Holochak with a problem. Down to 10th. All the way in the grass, just past the restart zone. This happened off of turn 4. Take a look here. Did he get hit by the 33? Don't think he did. 33 sliding just above him. No, 89. Got loose off of turn 4 all on his own. Just couldn't get it to come back around. Love tap the inside wall. Spinning it up through the grass, trying to get it facing the right way. Managed to keep it from going under caution. But he is now almost a full lap down out here tonight with 30 laps to go. Statcoast still leading the way at the moment. 29 laps to go. Stackhouse starting to have some radio issues out here tonight. Holachak just up the road here in the number 89. Now in the way of the leaders with 29 laps to go. Ty Sykes in second. Michael Lovelace a good ways back in third, just entering turn 3 now. Dakota Henderson through turns 3 and 4. We fly as well. Harris, Presley, right there with him. Peyton Burkett and the 04 Scott Rush having a little battle in the back. 04 Scott Rush with those lime green accents, really doing his best to prove to everyone, hey, don't cut across me, I am right here. Bursting through the fog, everybody goes. These Gen 4 Chevrolet Monte Carlos running one heck of a race out here tonight. We have had some great racing action. A lot of spread throughout the field, but still plenty of time for things to happen. 17 running all the way down to the bottom and right back up to the top. Through turns 3 and 4. Really using that momentum in these Gen 4 cars. Something that is very hard to do in my experience. These Gen 4 Monte Carlos and the Ford Taurus, I believe, is the other one, can be some very difficult racing, especially at road courses, as we saw last week at Watkins Glen. That was some very unique racing, let's put it that way. Back across the restart zone and across the start-finish line. 26 laps to go, 17 of Burkett. Still having a little bit of trouble out here tonight. Very loose through the tri-oval. Not a usual spot to see that kind of problem. Sykes falling back a second and a quarter from Stackhouse now. Not sure if Sykes is having some kind of tire problem. May have used up too much too soon with 25 laps to go. Needs to at least get to 15 laps to go, or 20 laps to go, to keep some good tires on that race car. Get back into the fight for the lead. Holachak having a problem and getting towed back to pit road. He is calling it a night. One of Sykes taking it easy. So let's take a look at what happened here. 89 of Burkett. Or 89 of Holachak, excuse me, speeding into pit road, braking way too late and spinning it out, crashing in pit road, and just getting it towed back to the garage with 24 laps to go. 08 of Stackhouse off of turn 2, and a blindingly white turn 2. There are snowbanks in Utah going, that's too white for us. Oh god, I probably shouldn't have said that. It's fine. .08 of Stackhouse. Still racing on around the racetrack here. Off of turn 2. Derek Holachak is in fact out with 23 laps to go. Ty Sykes down a second and a half off of Stackhouse. Lovelace 8.6 behind the leader. Henderson almost 4 seconds back behind Lovelace. 11.5 behind Stackhouse. Presley and Harris both having a heck of a fight through turns 3 and 4. 0 Presley charging down to the bottom of turn 3. Managed to make it stick. Harris just could not get that momentum to work on the high side. Continue on around here. Presley 13 seconds behind Stackhouse, excuse me. About a full second behind Henderson. Brandon Harris hot on these heels, though, less than a half a second between the two. Scott Rush, a little bit further back, 16.1 behind the leader. Now that Derek Holachak is out, he has no one to work off of. Brighton Coleman, last car on the racetrack right now. Peyton Burkett down pit road. Dakota Henderson down pit road as well. Brandon Harris also down pit road. Brighton Coleman's trying to stay out, make up as much time as he can. 24 seconds behind leader. And Chris running a conservative race is not a bad idea. Peyton Burkett crashing off a pit road. Let's take a look. 17 leaving his stall, getting it right up to speed and spitting it out. Not what he wanted to do, and cracking it against the inside wall with 20 laps to go. Stackhouse just coming back around through turns 1 and 2 now and onto the backstretch. Peyton Burkett down a lap. Dakota Henderson and Brendan Harris also down a lap. Polachak is officially out. Brighton Coleman, last car on the lead lap, 24 seconds behind leader and falling. Scott Rush, 16.1 behind. 0.8 of Stackhouse bringing it on down pit road. Ty Sykes coming right there behind him. Michael Lovelace staying out once again. We go past our friend Speeve up there through the tri-oval. And into turns 1 and 2, Scott Rush and Mike Presley both down pit road as well. Brighton Coleman staying out, trying to reel in everybody ahead of him as he goes down pit road. Michael Lovelace, the last car on track at the moment, on the lead lap. Dakota Henderson, Brandon Harris, and Peyton Burkett. Burkett going back down pit road to serve a penalty, assumedly for leaving pit road incorrectly, i.e. smashing it into a wall off of turn 1, or off of pit road. Not a diss, my guy, just it definitely happens. 68 to Lovelace, across the start-finish line down pit road. Stackhouse half a lap behind, just trying to keep up now. Across the start-finish line now, Michael Lovelace still down pit road, just leaving pit road now. Stackhouse back in control of this race. Ty Sykes 6.6 seconds behind with 18 laps to go out here tonight at a very foggy Michigan raceway. We hope you're all enjoying the race so far, for at least what we can see of it. 0.8 of Stackhouse through turns 3 and 4, once again coming down to 17 laps to go. Looking to dominate the final half of this race. Down the backstretch we go once again. Stackhouse leading the way. Sykes still down 6.5 seconds. Just entering turn 3 now. Michael Lovelace 3 seconds behind him. Henderson 3 seconds behind him. Down to 2 seconds behind him. Excuse me. Presley 5 seconds behind Henderson. Harris another second behind Presley. Rush a second behind Harris. Brighton Coleman half a lap down, 30.5 seconds behind the leader. Peyton Burkett out of the race due to damage and a late race penalty that would have put him a lap down in this cautionless race. Not much he could have done to get back into it, which is unfortunate. We join John Stackhouse once again. .15 laps to go here at Michigan Raceway. with the Wild West Racing League Gen 4 Cup Series, brought to you in part by WIO Outlaw Custom Diecast, the Stanford Witt Foundation, Redline Radio, and Raiders Wasteland, the premier DayZ experience on Xbox, veteran-owned and operated. Raiders Wasteland offering something for every gamer looking to survive the zombie apocalypse, weekly events for PvE and PvP players, and different maps for all to enjoy. Join the Discord today at Raider PvE, RAIDER PvE. This broadcast was also brought to you in part by Rock Bottom Racing, Tier 1 Wraps, Tier 1 Setup Shops, and Tier 1 Studios here on YouTube. Laps to go. Let's jump on down to Scott Rush. We'll actually go on a gyro cam with him for just a little while here. Rest my voice. Running the hell out of that Gen 4 Monte Carlo all the way up to 10,000 RPM, really making the most of it. Pulling it back down to 7,500 through turns 1 and 2 and laying back down on the throttle, trying to catch back up to Mike Presley ahead of him. Just about 2 seconds up the road. Scott Rush still trying to reel in Mike Presley, not making a lot of effort, not making a lot of progress towards it. Shouldn't say a lot of effort, a lot of progress, excuse me, towards that. We jump up to John Stackhouse with 11 laps to go. Having led 26 laps of 60 out here tonight, I believe he's going to have the most laps led. On camera again, it's fine. Turn 1 entry. Take a look at this cam for just a second. Still playing with the new cameras. Off of turn 2 we go. John Stackhouse, 27 of 60 this time by. Charging down the backstretch and towards turn 3. The outline of Ty Sykes just behind him. 4 of Brighton Coleman in his sights, with coming on down to 9 laps to go out here tonight. Get back on over to our normal scheduled TV camera. One of Sykes just crossing the start-finish line now, 6.2 behind leader. Doing as best as he can to keep up out here tonight. One of Sykes trying to do the best he can to catch back up. Still 6.2, 6.3 seconds behind John Stackhouse in the lead. Michael Lovelace in third, down 8.3. Dakota Henderson down 13 and a quarter. Mike Presley down 17 and a half. Scott Rush down 19. Brandon Harris down 29, 30 seconds. Brighton Coleman down 35. Peyton Burkett and Derek Holochak both out of the race as we jump on over to the 4 of Brighton Coleman at the tail end of the field. Doing his best just to hold off. Going a lap down to the 08 of John Stackhouse with 7 laps to go. 4 of Brighton Coleman again. Not his best finish out here tonight by any means, but this is a guy who knows what he's doing very, very well. Sometimes running a race at the tail end of the field and just working it right at the end tends to help. Get the points you can. If it's not a track that is your normal strong suit, or a car that's not your normal strong suit either, work it the best you can, keep it consistent, save as much as possible, and make the magic happen from there. Coming on down towards 5 laps to go as we jump back over to John Stakos, just leaving turn 4 now. Stakos through turns 3 and 4 with 4 laps to go. Again, folks, sorry it wasn't the most entertaining broadcast, but hope we all had a good night out here tonight regardless. Down the backstretch we go once again. John Stakos coming down to 3 laps to go. Ty Sykes, Michael Loveless, Dakota Henderson, Mike Presley, Scott Rush, Brighton Coleman, and Brandon Harris. Everybody else is out of the race. Harris doing his best not to go a lap down in the dying laps of this race. On the backstretch we go once again. 08 of Stakos in the monster number 08 Chevrolet. A little loose into turn 3 there, I just saw. Bit of a wiggle. Coming down to 2 laps to go. Flawless race from everybody out here tonight. No cautions to be had. Off of turn 2, down the backstretch we go. Trying to run it back and get the white flag this time by. Come back no matter what out here tonight. Through turns 3 and 4, working the magic on the bottom of the racetrack. Up into the restart zone we go. White flag, white flag, white flag. Coming back no matter what out here tonight. We have only seen 2 flags in this race. The green and now the white. Got to come back around one more time to see the 3rd and final flag of the race out here tonight. The checkered flag as we charge off of turn 2. 08 to Stakos. A little bit wiggly off of turn 2's exit there. Trying to keep the momentum going. Down the backstretch once again for the final time. 08 of John Stakos. Running it all the way down to the bottom line. Through turns 3 and 4. Didn't quite have enough to lap Brighton Coleman. Brandon Harris down a lap. We cross the start-finish line. John Stakos wins out here tonight at Michigan. Ty Sykes in 2nd. Michael Loveless in 3rd. What a fantastic race for John Stakos. Congratulations to him. 36 of 60 laps led. Let's get him in here. John Stakos, this is Pat Wilkinson of the booth. You got me.
Hey, buddy. How you doing?
Doing pretty good. Congratulations on the win out here tonight at a very foggy Michigan Raceway. Talk us through it.
It was pretty good. I don't know if you could see the race or anything with the fog that you had. It was pretty good. Ty and I kind of pulled away and set the pace up and everything like that. And I just I waited just so I wouldn't get any air off the front end, so I could turn it. And then after the first pit stop, I saw I kind of a little bit slower than I was. And then when I got the lead, I just kind of paced it and just kind of went out.
Well, I'd say it worked out pretty well for you in the end. Congratulations on a fantastic win out here tonight at Michigan Raceway. Is there anything else you want to add?
No, just thanks to the racers. They're always awesome here. Appreciate you, Pat, Tier 1, and everybody who puts these on. It's a great league.
Appreciate you as well. Thanks for joining us up in the booth once again, and congratulations.
Thanks, buddy.
Let's get Ty Sykes in here. Ty Sykes, this is Pat Wilkinson up the booth. You got me.
I got you.
Ty, congratulations on a fantastic P2 out here tonight. Couldn't quite get the first place back after that first round of pit stops. What one hell of a finish for you regardless out here tonight at Michigan Raceway. Talk us through it.
Yeah, just was trying to just stay in front of John as much as I could, and I know that John's strong suit is the pit stops. He's always burned me up on the pit stops, and I tried to stay in front of him, but I just had a terrible entry. And then once he got in front of me, it's hard to pace him. He can kind of outpace me, and he's better with tires. So that's kind of how that landed. And the second run, I think I leaned on my right front a little too much. And by the end of that run, I think I was at like 62% on the right front. So I leaned heavy on it. And then the second run, or the third run, I was just kind of cruising. I knew I wasn't going to catch John. I was just maintaining second place. But yeah, that's pretty much the story. Ran out of skill again.
Well, I wouldn't say that. Second place is nothing to shake a stick at. Congratulations on one hell of a finish out here tonight regardless. Is there anything else you want to add before we sign off?
Yeah, I just want to thank the guys at Wild West for putting it on. We've been having a lot of good races here lately, mostly clean. So I've appreciated that. And thank you again for doing the broadcast. I enjoy going back and seeing your perspective of it. But thanks again. That's it.
Appreciate that. Thank you very much for joining us once again, and congratulations on the P2.
Appreciate it.
Let's get Michael Loveless in here. We'll call it a night. Michael Loveless, this is Pat Wilkinson on the booth. You got me.
Yeah. Watching Ty rip it down the front stretch.
Congratulations on a P3 out here tonight at a very foggy Michigan Raceway.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Can you see me?
Barely. We could barely see anybody.
Yeah, no, it was a good race. John just stole that one. I mean, he ran a great race, and I was hoping to reel in Ty there at the end, but just ran out of skill and talent and time. And so I got stuck back there in the pack. I had to deal with a little bit of traffic early on in the race, and that really played out poorly. But, you know, it worked out, you know, sitting up here on the podium, P3, so I'll take it. And so congratulations to my teammate and my brother, John Steak Tacos, as I like to call him. Great to have him up there in the win. I'm a little tired of seeing him up there all the time, but, you know, he earns it, every bit of it.
Well, hey, congratulations to you as well on a fantastic P3 out here tonight. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we sign off?
Yeah, well, thank you to Meals on Wheels and the Water Wheel Foundation. Thank you for being up here in the booth. Thank you to all my teammates, all the Bumblebee brothers, and you know, everybody out there watching. So thank you all.
As someone just tore it completely past the camera, congratulations once again, and thanks for joining us up in the booth.
Yes, of course.
Well, folks, you've yet again spent another perfectly good hour with all of us here at Tier 1 Studios. We thank you all for joining us tonight. We hope you've enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more racing action here at Tier 1. This Friday night, we'll be back with the Dutch's Dirty Dozen and our friend Eric Hudson up in the booth joining me as well with their throwback night at North Wilkesboro Raceway for a fantastic night of racing in the Next Gen Cup Series. This Saturday night, we will be back with Core, the Champions Off-Road Esports League, for the series finale at Crandon Full, with our new championship winner, Chase Spalding, having won the championship last week. And then we have a Sunday doubleheader with the Ino Image Racing GR86 Cup at Long Beach and the Wild West Racing League 1987 Legends Series later that night. But for right now, we thank you all for watching. Once again, this broadcast was brought to you in part by WIO Outlaw Custom Diecast, the Stanford Witt Foundation, Redline Radio, and Raiders Wasteland, the premier DayZ experience on Xbox, veteran-owned and operated. Raiders Wasteland offering something for every gamer looking to survive the zombie apocalypse. Weekly events for PvE and PvP players and different maps for all to enjoy. Join the Discord today at Raider PvE, RAIDER PvE. This broadcast is also brought to you in part by Rock Bottom Racing, Tier 1 Wraps, Tier 1 Setup Shops, and Tier 1 Studios here on YouTube. My name's Pat Wilkinson, up in the booth. This has been the Wild West Racing League here at Michigan Raceway with the Gen 4 Cup Series. And until next time, goodbye, farewell, and amen.
Yeah. Fired up. This one's for the drivers. Out in the shop, late night lights, grease on our hands, chasing lap times, every turn, every line we find. Trying to build that edge you feel when you drive. From the blacktop tracks to the dirt out back, we've been putting in work, yeah, we live like that. Not just fast for a lap, we make it last. So when it counts, you're gone on the gas. We don't guess, we know what it takes. Every setup built from the ground, we break. If you want that feel when the car locks in, you're in the right place. Let's go win. Yeah, we built for 'em. Yeah, we built for the win. Hammer down, let it ride, do it all again. From the green flag flying to the checkered drop, with a reason you're leading Tier 1. Set up shop, Tier 1. Take it straight to the front. League nights, open runs, we're the ones you want. Dialed in speed, yeah, we don't miss shots. If you wanna win races, Tier 1, set up shop. Got weekly sets ready, ready to roll. Quality trim sharp, race pace control. Builders in the lab, yeah, they stay on it. Every tweak, every change, we gain on it. Need a custom fit, yeah, we do that too. Built to match your style, what you like to do. And it ain't just speed, it's a team right here. We ride together every lap, every gear, yeah, we test, we tune, we put in the miles. Turn bad weeks into victory smiles. From rookies to pros, we're all about growth. Now fire that motor, let's get to the front. Yeah, we built for the win, yeah, we built for the win. Hammer down, let it ride, do it all again. From the green flag flying to the checkered drop, with a reason you're leading Tier 1. Set up shop, Tier 1. Yeah, you know the name. When the pressure's on, we bring the game. From the shop to the track, yeah, we don't stop. If you wanna win races, Tier 1, set up shop. See you in Victor Lane. Tier 1, set up shop. Tier 1.